Good evening. Max Sica will be locked up for at least 35 years. He'll be 73 before he's even eligible for parole after a judge handed down a record jail term for murdering the Singhs. Ursula Hager was in court for the sentencing. And Ursula, what has been the reaction to Sica's punishment?
Yes, throughout much of the 4-hour sentencing, Max Sica sat with his hands clasped and his eyes closed. He didn't say anything as the judge handed down his sentence, 35 years, the longest in Queensland's history without parole. In his sentencing remarks, Justice John Burns said he had taken into account the many false accusations Max Sica had made against the Singh parents, VJ in particular, and described the crimes as brutal and horrific. 9 years after their brutal murders, Shirley Singh had a special message for her slain children.
He's in, I'll tell them. He's in for good, he's not coming out.
A packed but subdued court heard Max Sica receive 3 life sentences, 35 years without parole. It's the longest jail term in Queensland's history for the murders of Neelma, Kunal and Siddhi Singh. The judge described the crimes as brutal and horrific. You are manipulative and deceitful. You presented yourself as overwhelmed by grief. You have no remorse. Your only anxiety is for self-preservation. In a heartbreaking victim impact statement, Shirley Singh described how every night she lights a candle for her children, especially the youngest Siddhi, because she was scared of the dark. Outside, she reflected on what she missed most about her children.
Hugging, cuddling, love you, mommy. Hugging, cuddling, love you, mommy.
And became emotional when thanking officers who worked on the case.
Nobody gets away from the law or the Lord. That is my belief. That's what brought us here.
At least it gives a little bit of peace of mind, but we will never be able to see our children again.
Another victim impact statement was read from the Singhs' only surviving child. She said, "I felt so alone and lost. I'm the firstborn and I'm doing this all alone." Max Sica's family still refuse to believe their son is a brutal murderer.
Don't you get that? I be going through this till I die because my son is innocent.
If I believe that my son would be incapable to do that, I would say to the judge, give 100 years.
His young wife says she'll stay by his side.
Shiv, will you be standing by your husband?
Of course we will.
Max Sica will be 73 before he can apply for parole. Yes, Max Sica's defence team have vowed that they will appeal the conviction. They have 30 days in which to do so. Outside court, barrister Sam DiCarlo said he didn't think the sentence was fair.
Thank you, Ursula Hager at the Supreme Court.